It is THG News Today with Mervyn Henley. Good morning. It's Wednesday, 18th October. Of course, the news this morning is powered by Carl & Sons on St. Maarten. Let us hear from our sponsor and we will be right back. Carl & Sons have been serving the people of St. Maarten for over 40 years. And the food and service get better and better. From early morning, customers flock to the bakery for their favorite sandwiches, cakes, pastries, you name it. First thing at mornings and last thing at afternoons, folks rush to Carl & Sons for simply the best. There are two locations, Colbay and on the Punfill. In Colbay, the opening hours are Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Opening hours on the Punfill, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also cater for weddings, parties, special events, whatever the occasion. It's Carl & Sons. Our staff, we are always happy to serve you. Call us today, the Colbay location, 721-544-2462. That's 721-544-2462. Or in Phillipsburg, 721-543-1059. That's 721-543-1059. It's Carl & Sons Bakery. We are here to serve you. In an urgent response about the recent water quality concerns, and we at THG News Today spoke about this in yesterday's news in the U.S. Virgin Islands, in particular St. Croix, Governor Bryan, acting in an abundance of caution, has issued a no-drinking advisory for the entire potable water system on St. Croix, advising residents to refrain from consuming tap water until its safety can be confirmed. The backdrop to the significant action was last weekend's unsettling revelation. Contrary to prior assurances regarding the safety of the brown water in St. Croix, tests on 53% of 66 water samples unveiled elevated levels of copper and lead. In light of these findings, according to Virgin Islands News Consortium, WAPA presented several precautionary measures. Residents were advised to let their water run for a few minutes before using it, a measure believed to help in flushing out harmful chemicals, which might stem from stagnation in pipes. Further recommendations included the use of filters and a stark warning that boiling does not eliminate lead. Additionally, in areas like Diamond, Castleberg, Culcahoon, where high metal levels persist, residents were counseled against consuming tap water. The advisory from Governor Bryan, disseminated by Government House on Monday night, expanded the precautionary reach beyond the communities initially pinpointed by WAPA. Until a green light is given regarding the water's safety, the populace is being encouraged to use bottled water or other confirmed safe sources for cooking and drinking purposes. The challenges plaguing the St. Croix water distribution system aren't new. They span from brown water complaints to frequent leaks, and now the emergence of potentially toxic chemicals. Against this backdrop, WAPA re-emphasized its long-term vision, an overhaul of St. Croix's entire water distribution infrastructure, encompassing 681 miles of ductile iron pipes, as part of the prudent replacement program. So whatever you do, if you're in St. Croix, whatever you do, do not drink that water until further notice. All over St. Croix, not just the areas mentioned previously by WAPA. We now take a look at news from Anguilla. The Royal Anguilla Police Force received an urgent report on Saturday, 14th October, regarding a theft at an automated teller machine, that's an ATM. Officers were dispatched to the scene immediately and launched a coordinated response. This led to the swift arrest of the suspects involved in this incident and the recovery of items stolen. Subsequent to the arrest on Saturday, 14th October, 32-year-old Peruvian national Victor Alfonso Romero Janampa, he has a lot of names, and 41-year-old Bulgarian national Llewellyn were charged with theft, possession of stolen property, and conspiracy to steal. Mr. Janampa and Mr. Ganchev appeared before the magistrate's court on Monday, 16th October, on those charges and were remanded to His Majesty's prison. These guys are not going anywhere soon. Nope, they're not going anywhere soon. Out of Phillipsburg, St. Maarten, the director of a car rental company in Point Blanche is alleged to have attempted to smuggle 11 kilos of cocaine to Hong Kong, China. The 51-year-old man, reportedly of Chinese descent, was arrested at Hong Kong International Airport after the drugs were found in the cushion of his electric wheelchair. The suspect, who has mobility issues, reportedly told officials that the wheelchair had been loaned to him by a friend. He traveled from St. Maarten to Paris and boarded a flight to Hong Kong. BBC News reported that customs officials stated that the suspect brought the wheelchair into the country as one of the 2 pieces of checked baggage. Further examination was ordered when staff became suspicious and they found evidence that its seat cushion and backrest had been restitched. The haul is worth an estimated $1.5 million. If found guilty of drug trafficking, the suspect could face life in prison. Hong Kong's dangerous drug ordinance stipulates that any person who traffics in a dangerous drug, any amount, shall be liable upon conviction to a fine of US $639,594.75 and imprisonment for life. According to BBC News, Hong Kong customs officials said in response to the discovery that they would increase checks on visitors from high-risk regions to combat transnational drug trafficking activities. And finally, out of St. Kitts, regarding a press release. This press release is from the RLB International Airport as they undergo major expansion. That's the construction of a new departure gate terminal. To facilitate the influx of passengers, the St. Christopher and Air and Seaports Authority, SCASPA, is undergoing a major expansion with the construction of a new stairway and ramp that will accommodate a new departure gate terminal. The newly proposed passenger departure terminal, to be earmarked as Gate 6, is expected to boost the airport's operational capacity with additional seating and increase entertainment that will create an enjoyable, relaxing, yet comfortable free flow of passenger movement. Earlier this month, the new gate terminal commenced construction with the placement of a concrete ramp and staircase. In the coming weeks, railings and other safety guards will be added to complement the outside structure of the project. For interior adjustment purposes, the bar area of the departure lounge has been efficiently relocated in preparation for installing Departure Gate Terminal 6. The installation of Departure Gate Terminal 6 is currently in progress and is expected to be completed by November, according to Building Maintenance Officer Mr. Nigel Webb. Webb also affirmed the authority's commitment to modernizing the RLB International Airport's facility by mentioning a few ongoing projects at the airport. The RLB International Airport Terminal building will continue to see multiple overhauls and reconfigurations to better accommodate the increase in passenger movement, with several projects, such as preparations for additional seating, are on the way. The repainting of the customs baggage area, and in the not-too-distant future, the restoration of the VIP lounge. Over the last years, SCASPA has been progressively continuing works at the RLB International Airport under its major airport rehabilitation project. To date, completed phases of the overall project include Phase 1, resurfacing of the Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw International Airport runway, inclusive of taxiways Bravo and Charlie. Phase 2 of the airport's rehabilitation project is expected to include resurfacing and reinforcement of the apron to better accommodate large aircrafts and the increased flow of airlift traffic to and from the RLB International Airport. The RLB Rehabilitation Project is expected to transform the RLB International Airport into a state-of-the-art international superstructure. Minister with responsibility for SCASPA, Honorable Marsha T. Henderson, has given firm assurance of her continued efforts and commitment towards the completion of these projects. During this transformation period, SCASPA solicits the patience and indulgence of their customers, passengers, and stakeholders as the entire refurbishment project unfolds. Good thing there. Marsha again, the Honorable Marsha Henderson, making moves. 1 year and 2 months in office. Mind you, please note that they're saying that some of these are ongoing for a couple of years, but she came in and continued. I read this press release about RLB International Airport, and just about a few miles down the road, we have the Vance Amory Airport. And I say Van Seymour Airport and not international intentionally because nothing is really taking place there. The government has plans, they say, to airport expansion, and we await. We await. And we will continue to wait and wait and wait. That's the end of our news for this morning. Do join us again tomorrow for a similar presentation. My name is Mervyn Hanley, and I'm wishing you a good day.